What does a life purpose mean? It's what most, unfortunately, haven't learned yet. They haven't embraced it. A life purpose, which means your reason to live, your mission in this world. They don't know. They have no idea. They haven't embraced it. This understanding wasn't embraced yet. And when someone doesn't have a life purpose, it's like a boat on open sea with nothing to help to move, simply depending on the waves, the wind, has nowhere to go. It doesn't know where it's going or where it needs to go. Many men are like this. This happens to women. It happens to most humans. But as we are speaking to men, let's concentrate on men. If you observe, you can do this at any time. Maybe in the morning when you are in the traffic or in the public transport or in an area, in a street, in a shopping center. Stop, sit, and observe. Observe the people. And you will see that most live, move, do things without an objective. Though they might have an objective, they may say, I'm waiting for the bus to go to work. Okay, but what are you working for? To pay the bills. Okay, but why do you pay bills? To not live on the street. Okay, why is this important? After paying the bills, you have your house. And then, if I have some more money, then I can enjoy my life, give some more comfort to my family. Okay, you get a better house, more money in the bank. And then, okay, then I will travel, I will have better clothes, a better car. And then you keep asking the person, what is their purpose for their existence? They don't know. Beyond the things that I just mentioned, they don't know. Why do you exist? What are you doing here? I don't know. I don't know why I have come to this world. I don't know why I was born. I was born and I'm here. Okay, but why? What for? Because either our lives mean nothing, like a dry leaf being blown by the wind out there, that later disappears. Life is meaningless, so everything is meaningless, or we are here for a purpose, and we will go on after this. What happens after you breathe your last breath and then you die? Your body goes back to the dust. As some they say out there, you died and it's over. Is that it? Do you really believe that when you die, it's over? Or is there something after here? That the soul goes on. The Word of God teaches us that it goes on, and it goes on for way longer than we lived here. Eternity has no expiry date. It's forever. People don't ask themselves these questions because these questions require more from their minds and leads us to face realities that we don't want to face. For instance, for you to face the fact that you are living without a purpose for 30, 40, 60, 70 years of your life without a purpose, and all you've done up until now was to pay for bills, eat, drink, sleep. What is the purpose you have fulfilled? You don't have the answer. And it is hard. It's hard to face this reality. That perhaps you are living without a purpose, or a purpose that is some kind of meaningless or not important. There are some who don't have a purpose, they are only surviving, and others who do have a purpose. But what is the value of these purposes? And you have only a few in the world, the minority, who really think about this and aim to make out of their lives a worthy purpose. A purpose that will not glorify themselves, but to do something that will fulfill God's purpose on the earth. God has one single purpose, and God is looking for people who, through them, He may fulfill this purpose. You must stop and think, first, why should I have a life purpose? Why should I have a life purpose? First of all, you are not an accident. It didn't happen by chance. If you received life, this life came from God. Though you might have been an accident. You may say, Bishop, I'm a fruit of an unwanted pregnancy. I'm a child of a rape. I shouldn't have come here. It might even be this case, but the breath of life that is in you, it's God who has given it to you. Yes or no? God has given it to you. So you are not here by chance. God gave you the breath of life. So why should you have a purpose? Because you're not an accident. If you treat yourself as an accident, or you happened by chance, you will live like that. You will live life wasting your time, your years, your money, wasting time with foolish things. Because if you want to see someone who has no purpose in life, one of the main characteristics of someone without purpose is they waste time, because for them, it doesn't matter. They are chasing after nothing. Time doesn't matter. They waste time. They're not in a hurry. They're not in a hurry for anything. Why haste? Only those who are going somewhere, they are in a hurry. Otherwise, you are not. So the person has no sense of time or urgency. They are not in a hurry at all. They have no focus. At some point, they are doing something. At other times, they're doing something else, but they don't conclude that. They get excited with a topic and soon they get demotivated and say, you know what, I don't want this anymore. I want something else, and soon they are after something else. They have no purpose. These are those who live as if they were adrift. When you see someone who has a purpose, they are the opposite of all that I just said. They don't waste time because they know that time is a commodity that is limited. No one can buy or purchase or save time. If time is past, it's over. It doesn't come back. So the person who has a purpose, they're always running against time. They have firm steps. They know where they are going. And I remember a university did research where they observed students and how they walked on campus, how they were walking, and they were taking notes. They'll take the name of that student, their age, the course that they were doing, their grades, to follow how their lives would be after leaving university, if they would prosper, if they would be rich, poor, or average. They made this research, and one of the things they observed was how quick students were walking on campus. It's interesting. And they found a connection. They identified that those who walked quicker on campus later in life, they were more successful. Isn't that interesting? Regardless of their grades, their course, regardless of many things, those students who were walking quicker on campus, they were not just walking about. No, they had a purpose. I'll go to class, I'll go home, I'll go there, I'll go here. Those who walked with firm steps and they knew where they were going, later in life, they were identified as more successful in their career, in their finances. And they found this information quite interesting. And if you stop and think, it's obvious, because the sooner you learn what you want, the sooner you start to dedicate to a purpose, so the further ahead you are compared to others. Because most, especially youths in this world, they don't care, they don't have a purpose. But if the sooner you have a purpose, the sooner you'll be ahead of others. Think about the greater purpose. Why do you live? And for whom do you live for? For what and for whom do you live for? Let these two questions bother you. So when you have God's purpose in you, it serves as a compass. You know what to do and what not to do. When a proposal comes, you soon ask yourself, is this within my proposal or against? No, this goes against the one I serve, so I won't do it. It's not a religion or people, it's not me who will dictate what you should or should not do. But if you serve God and your purpose is Him, He's the one that will determine that for you. It's the purpose you embraced for your life that will tell you if you will do it or not. Live life in a way that you have a reason to wake up every morning and not just a salary. Because those who live with a purpose don't live for a salary. It doesn't matter to them if it is weekend or weekdays or Monday. I can't believe it's Monday. No, this doesn't exist. Those who have a purpose, dear friend, time for them, it's valuable. Whether weekend, weekday, time is precious to them. They value each day. They have a reason to wake up. Everything they do, there's a reason for doing it, for living. They know what they are pursuing. Jesus lived with a purpose. Once he said to his disciples, I know where I came from and where I'm going. I know where I came from and where I'm going. Can you say this? Then wake up. Wake up, because the day you have a purpose, worthy purpose, when you learn why are you alive and for whom do you live, you will break through. You even change the way you walk. The way you walk, the way you behave, the way you dress yourself, the way you speak, everything will change about you. Why? Because now you have a reason to live, to be. You're not living in this world comparing yourself to people in this world. You have a greater vision, a vision from heaven, from above. It is Him who gives you who you must be and what you must do. He's the one who guides you. If today's video helped you and you know someone that could benefit from it, share it with them. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, you may do so now. See you later.